So what's the purpose of the shape? For me, the shape's all about creating opportunities for your team to attack. So, getting into your shape helps, hopefully, that rock star get his chance to show his thing. Because if we see teams, and it's quite obvious now, if you see a team that falls out of shape in a game, how all of a sudden they're playing a little bit off the cuff that isn't always relevant. It doesn't create a lot of opportunities for them in attack. And it's not until they get back into some sort of a semblance of a shape that they can then find some more space. So remember, attack's all about that gain line, winning that race to that gain line and all those sorts of things. So we have to make sure that we drop out of shape, that we can get back into it again to provide us with those opportunities. That doesn't mean to say that you stifle your flair players who have those little X factors though. And I've got here too, do you have more than one shape? Like some teams will use like that diagram there is a simple old 1-3-3-1, but some teams will have other shapes that they might incorporate, and they might bring in different parts of the field or under different situations, different weather conditions, for example. They might change things, even though this shape is pretty universal, really. Got some other things you need to consider though when looking at your shape and designing the shape that you want to play. And I use the word designing because it's easy to copy, and it's easy to just follow along with what everybody else is doing. But the true value and the true joy of coaching is putting your own stamp on some of these things. You don't have to go crazy. Like, there's some pretty good coaches have come up with these ideas, so you don't have to change it just for the sake of changing it, though. So some of the things we need to consider is fast ball or slow ball and how they work for you. Remember, it's all about gain line. It's all about us trying to put the defence back on their heels. So, fast ball is primo for that. But there will be times where the ball will be slowed down. That's because that's what the defence is trying to do. They're trying to slow the ball down and allow them to have some to be set and ready to go up and bring some line speed. And in regards to line speed, when it comes to a breakdown off the edge, this diagram is pretty stock standard. You go to the edge, you play through 10 to your next pot out through here. But if this ball is slow, then 10 would be under a heap of pressure because the defence are all weighing. They've got the sideline here, which acts as another defender for them. So the defence is quite confident here to come hard in a situation like that. So if the ball is slow and the defence is set, you might even want to truck your pot in and just play off 9 or something like that. Not always. It comes down to the opposition and how they react. But those are the sort of things you have to take into consideration. Will your shape just lose its way a little bit every once in a while because of situations that are out of your control, or that are controlled by the defense? The defense have got it on top of you a little bit. And that's why I kind of briefly talked about their opposition expectations. So if you're lucky enough and you know the opposition and you know where their weaknesses are, well, then your shapes could potentially change to exploit situations that that the opposition are vulnerable for. Weather specific, well, you'd probably just shorten up your passes if it was a rubbish day and things like that.